Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I loud? Am I clear? Who's out there? Who's with me? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live in 9 minutes and 40 seconds. It's the closure of the Comex gold and silver market for the whole weekend. It is Easter weekend coming up, so the markets are closed tomorrow. We're going to be covering all the breaking news. The market closed. We're going to do it together. Who's ready? Who's with me? Smash the like button. 9 minutes and 20 seconds away. And I just put out the tweet on X. If you could go retweet that, I'd appreciate it. Who's ready? Who's unshaken? Who's got intestinal fortitude? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited today. We're going to be breaking it all down here in just 9 minutes.
Hotel room scale on the desk, counting every ounce I've kept. Airplane windows, dawn and dusk, dreaming about the next big chest. Desert markets, ocean ports, whispers in a hidden court, map lines, red ink, folded corners, X mark secrets in the borders. I'm a gold and silver stacker on the run. The globe till the treasure's done. You should subscribe. Join the crustacean nation. Yeah, free silver, free gold for the whole foundation.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8 minutes and 15 seconds till we start. A ton of breaking news. Markets are closing for the entire weekend here. We're going to be breaking it all down. Smash the like button if you're ready. Only 35 more to 100. 8 minutes till we're live. Share the stream. Retweet the tweet. Let's go.
Old ship bell in a coastal town, a rusty safe getting dragged out now. Ancient coins in a dusty tray, shine 'em up, watch the years fall away. Border trains through the midnight haze, customs line, keep the nerves in place. Secret pockets sewn inside my coat, every bar another little vote.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live in just 7 minutes and 10 seconds here covering the gold and silver closure. The Comex is closing for the long weekend. Happy Easter weekend to everybody who celebrates it. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a ton of breaking gold and silver news. We're going to cover it all here shortly. What's going to happen when the markets are closed? What's going to happen this weekend in the Middle East? The question is, who's still stacking?
Tokyo nights,
We're going to be live here in 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
Rio sun.
So smash that like button if you're ready here. Enjoy this music, enjoy the video.
Arctic ice to island drums. Every stamp on my page,
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
another drop in the wave. Silver stackers, answer the call. Voices rise like a tidal wall.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live here in just 5 minutes covering the Comex silver market close for the entire weekend. Breaking gold and silver news. Smash the like button if you're excited and ready. Only 15 away from 100. I know we could get there. If you like this music, guys, you can rock to it anytime, day or night. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music. Just search International Stackers, the artist. We're going to be live here in 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Who's ready? Who's with me? Who's still stacking?
Giveaways for all, feel the thrill. International Stacker chasing that mill. Coins and bars, rare to find. Treasure hunting, one of a kind. Join the crew, let's explore. Stack up wealth and so much more. Chasing that mill. Maps and clues, giveaways tonight. Silver dream shining bright. Roll the dice, take a chance. Treasure calls, we're in a dance.
Who's ready?
Silver shines, gold's the glow. Stack it high, watch it grow. Giveaways for all, feel the thrill. International Stacker that mill. So hit that sub, join the quest. Riches await, you're the best. International Stacker, stacking strong. Silver, gold, where you belong. Chasing that mill.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live in just 3 minutes. Smash the like button if you're ready. We're going to watch the Comex market close for the entire Easter weekend. We're going to cover the breaking gold and silver news. And do I dare say, we're going to have a crab dance here really soon. We're going to be live here in just 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's go.
Chasing that mill. Chasing that mill. Crabs are grooving side to side. Ocean waves where dreams collide. Claws are up.
Who's ready for a crab dance? Let's get some crabs in chat if you're ready. We're going to be live in 2 minutes and 10 seconds here. Get your claws up.
And silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Let's get it.
Gold and silver, who wants it all?
Who wants it all?
Ready for the mega gall.
Yes, yes, yes.
The crew, the shell brigade. Treasures found, the music's played. Get your claws up, don't delay. Yeah, join the party night and day. Gold and silver is the key. Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning till we're live. Who's ready?
Tidal rhythms in the sand. Shiny spoils laid by hand.
Who's ready for the mega ga? Who likes free silver, gold, and copper? That's the real question. It's a real cheap way to stack. 45-second warning.
Your claws up in the sky.
Let's go.
International Stacker, he's our guide.
Let's go, let's go.
Silver is the key.
Yes.
Crustacean nation, dance with me.
Let's get it.
Dance with me. Dance with me.
Let's go, let's go. I'm going to go old school intro, I think. Old school intro this afternoon.
Dance with me.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? The name is International Stacker, and I'm coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 68,152 subscribers. That means only 48 more subscribers until the next big show. And some say if you haven't seen a big show, you haven't lived, so make sure you subscribe, turn those notifications. 2,100 videos around the world on gold and silver adventures. Click videos latest. This one here is a banger. This one's a banger. This one's a big banger. This one bangs even bigger the bang. Chitty bang bang. So make sure you guys go watch those videos. Sorry, I'm in a crazy mood this afternoon. I'm in such a crazy mood because we're going to be giving away a bunch of silver, some copper, some gold, and not the too distant future. So make sure you guys subscribe for that. And ladies and gentlemen, I got in the silver and copper corks to commemorate the $100 an ounce silver for the first time. This is an exact copy of the cork we popped live here. And look, it's a custom stamp on top. I got the first sets of 10 in. They sold out today in under an hour. Actually, this is my last set here I have. So I have one set left. It's open to channel members first. Then it will be opening to subscribers later. So make sure to stay on top of that. Now look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We had some wildness in the silver market today. So let me zoom this in a little bit. And we've got to definitely hold the line today, guys. We've got to hold the line. Here's the situation. So last night we had this weird gap up, this weird gappy McGapperson. I think it was a multi-gap situation, and it went to a high of 76.41 and a low of 74. So that's a $2 swing there. It was all over the place. I'm still looking into what caused that, so more to come. But look at this. As soon as the president's speech started, coordinated attack started on silver. How do I know that? It was as soon as he started. It wasn't in response to what he said, which we saw a sell-off in the stock market and everything, but it's recovered during the day today. But it was getting slammed earlier, and I forgot to update the title of this because it still says it's getting slammed. It was getting slammed, but as soon as the president starts talking, it's an immediate red candle. So this, in my opinion, was a coordinated attack by the big bankers. Look at the volume as soon as the speech starts. Look at that. Ridiculous. So obvious. But here's the interesting thing. This morning I was streaming live, and we were here. We were at about $70.16, and then we saw a massive move up. So we were down a big number earlier today, but now we're only down 2.87% on the day, and that's actually a good thing. I'm about to explain why. We hit as low as 69.57 on today's trading session, not counting last night, but just today. We hit a high of 73.12, and ladies and gentlemen, we are near that high again here on a red candle, so we will be doing a baby gator shortly. We're at 72.97. Silver futures is currently, let me refresh this, 73.08. So we are in contango, but we're not far from being in backwardation again, and we did just take out this level as we were coming back on air here. So that's the first level we took out basically here. Now, I want to show you guys a big deal. Here's the big deal. If we zoom out to the weekly chart, because remember, this is going to be the end of the week. We are on another green candle here. You see this puppy right here? We are on a pretty good green candle. We want to hold this. So at close, we've got to be higher than about 69.70-ish. If we can stay above 69.70-ish, this is another green candle for the week, and the bankers do not want that at all. So Mortimer would be extremely upset if that happened there. You saw him. He's got chest pain. But that's what we want to prevent. So we're going to see what happens here. This market is only open for another 16 minutes, and we're going to be covering it, watching it live here together. Gold's a similar story. Last night, as soon as the president starts speaking, it's over here. As soon as he starts speaking, falls off a cliff. That makes 0 sense. Zero. Like maybe the second candle that would make sense. That makes 0 sense. So here we are today. This morning, we're somewhere down here. Then we pushed up today. So today, gold is only down 1.88%. It was down more than double that. And silver was down more than double, 2.83%. But down on the day, up green candle in the week. We'll see if we can hold it there. 64.02 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of gold. That's the gold to silver ratio there. And Shanghai had an interesting day. It gapped down. It hit a low of 78.13. It hit a high of 82.29. That's like a $4.5 swing there. It closed on a green candle 81.46. Now, this market, the Comex silver, which is on a green candle at 73.01, and gold, which is on a green candle, 4,669. These are going to close for the entire weekend here in just 14 minutes. It's done. They're not opening tomorrow. Not. But I do not think Shanghai is affected. I think the Shanghai market may be open. Let's check here. Will the Shanghai Futures Exchange Silver market be open tomorrow, Friday, or closed for Easter? I don't think they celebrate Easter. I think the Asian markets are going to be open. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So I do believe Shanghai is going to be open tomorrow. Yes. So I will be covering the Shanghai market tomorrow while the Comex is closed, and it's going to be interesting to see what the Shanghai Futures Exchange and Shanghai Gold Exchange do while the markets are closed. What's going to happen when the West is closed? Are they going to run to play? So I've got some pretty significant news lined up for you guys. So here's the thing. I'm going to be taking your questions shortly, so hold them for about 10 minutes. I'm going to cover the news, then we're going to come back to this chart for the market close. And I've got a lot of breaking news for you guys. And the first news here is we've got over 700 people in the stream, but only 163 likes. So please, please, please smash that like button. Don't forget, it helps the channel so much, more than you would ever know. So please, at the very least, smash that like button and make sure you subscribe as well. So this day in sound money history, this is a post from the Mint. On April 2nd, 1792, back in the day, Congress passed the Coinage Act, creating the United States Mint in Philadelphia. And guys, I've been there. I've been on a tour there. And as a matter of fact, if you go to my channel, you go here, you say U.S. Mint. I've got a tour video right there. I've got this tour inside there with one of you, a crustacean. So you can go watch that in there. I've been in there. And that was done on April 2nd, 1792. From that first site to the 6 facilities nationwide, the Mint has grown with America. As we mark 234 years, we can look ahead to the nation's 250th and connect America through coins. So I thought that was a pretty cool post there by the U.S. Mint. And thank you for everyone who retweeted me being live right now. Thank you so much. Here's the next piece of news here. The U.S. Treasury, and this gets an alert. It just gets one siren. The U.S. Treasury just bought back $15 billion of its own debt in a single operation. Ladies and gentlemen, this appears to be the largest buyback on record. No one is calling this a failed auction, but the scale is undeniable. The Treasury stepped in and repurchased $15 billion of its own older securities in one day, the biggest single-day buyback in history, at least that I could find. When the issuer has to keep buying back its own paper at this pace, it's a clear sign, a signal that the debt machine is getting harder to manage smoothly. Crustacean Nation, $15 billion of self-buybacks in one day, while the total debt, it keeps exploding. Look at this. And when you get sad about gold and silver going down, remember the only thing that goes straight up forever is the U.S. national debt. Look at this, 39 point almost 1 trillion. 39 trillion, 68 billion. So that's the only thing that keeps going up forever. So 15 billion of self buybacks in one day while the total debt keeps exploding. This is exactly why physical gold and silver exist. So if you want to check it out, and this is in response to Black Swan Capitalists who put this out. No buyers showed up to the U.S. Treasury auction, so the U.S. bought back 15 of its own debt. Now, that's a little bit of hyperbolic. There were buyers, but I get it, and I like his stuff, so I wanted to amplify this. But here's the notice here. 15 billion with a B. Billion. Okay. Let's go back to here. And someone just said, you need to be prepped to lose an emoji on the first of every month, says Whack-A-Cackle. I know. They keep trying to take it from us. That's why we need the channel members. We love you, channel members. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the Diamond Claw channel members, by the way. I'm going to update this tomorrow. Really appreciate your support. I appreciate every channel member. I appreciate every subscriber so much. Thank you so much. Who in chat? Who right now has Diamond Claws?
Diamond Claws.
Do appreciate the members and all the donations. But hey, you can support the channel without spending a dime. Simply smash that like button and subscribe. Look at this one here. Bob the Billionaire says, not April Fool's Day joke. Comex Vault report showed zero activity. Zero. Look at this. This is for yesterday. Zero. What in the world? What is going on? Are they going to update it later? Is it really zeros? Something fishy is going on there. And look at this article here. I thought it was important to put out for you all here. Refining and vault control. The new moat in gold and silver markets. According to StoneX, the real power in precious metals is shifting. It's no longer just about predicting prices. It's about controlling the physical infrastructure. Owning refineries and accredited vaults gives firms direct access to metal flow, better liquidity, and the ability to capture margins even when markets turn chaotic. For silver, this means turning scrap and volatility into reliable throughput. For gold, it means secure custody and delivery capacity that attracts big players. China has dominated global refining for years, controlling a massive share of silver and gold processing capacity. Now other nations are waking up and reaching to build their own refining and vault infrastructure to reduce their dependence. In a world of tightening physical supply and growing east-west divergence, whoever controls the refining and storage wins. Does this not make the case for price floors for silver, guys, we've been talking about in the United States? Otherwise, it does not make financial sense for these companies to make such investments. Am I wrong here? Am I off base? Let me know. There's the article there if you want to go read it, but it's a heater for sure. Down here to the next article. Here we go. The Gulf energy, what time is it? Okay. The Gulf energy shock is now spreading deeper into global plastics. Force majeure wave. People told me I was crazy when I was talking about force majeure possibilities for the Comex. And they said, not only does it not ever happen in the Comex, because it never has, they said it also doesn't happen in other companies. It's just a clause they have to have in contracts. It never happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I was being laughed at a few months ago, and now we see a force wave of force majeures going across the market. Is the Comex going to be next? That's the question. Put force majeure in chat if you think so. Major petrochemical producers are declaring force majeure on key plastic feedstocks. We're talking MEG, PTA, and PET after the Strait of Hormuz disruptions cut off critical tanker flows. This is no longer just an oil story, ladies and gentlemen. The chaos is now hitting supply chains for everyday plastics use in packaging, clothing, bottles, tires, and consumer goods, without prices already spiking in the U.S. and in the EU and Europe. Analysts warn that this could take up to 9 months to normalize if things open now. If things stay closed, what's going to happen? Crustacean Nation, when energy stocks start breaking plastic supply chains and driving inflation higher, it's another reminder why physical gold and silver remain the ultimate hedge against inflation in a cascading real-world chaos. So there's the article there if you want to go read it. Next piece of news here. And guys, thank you to everybody who emails me articles, tweets me, and tags me in news. A lot of times I end up covering that. So we're like a hive mind, a crowdsource of crustaceans. And if you see anything you think might be interesting or I need to know to amplify to you, please email it to me, internationalstacker@gmail.com, or tag me here on X, formerly known as Twitter. Make sure you follow me here too, Intl-Stacker, especially if I'm not live streaming. You can keep up. You can keep up with the news just by being there. And here's the next piece of news, guys. And this is something else I've been warning about for months now. This could be the cause, the domino for the next great financial crisis. And here we go. Private credit bank run is accelerating. Blue Owl just gated another fund after 41% of investors demanded their money back. This is not the first time. Back in January and February 2026, Blue Owl already raised redemption limits on its tech fund after requests spiked to 15.4%. Permanently halted quarterly redemptions on Blue Owl Capital Corporation 2 and begun forced asset sales. Now the pressure is back on and worse. In the latest quarter, 41% of investors in Blue Owl's smaller technology-focused fund OTIC asked to pull their capital out. Blue Owl responded by capping redemptions at just 5%. So when you're in this private, private equity funds, these private investors, you're supposed to be able to pull your liquidity out if you want to. Well, 41% of people said they want it, and they went, no, we'll just give you 5%. How about that? How's that? We're keeping your money. It's our money now. It's in our clutches. You can't have it. This is the classic pattern of a bank run in slow motion, ladies and gentlemen. Rising requests, temporary fixes, full gates, and asset sales. Remember what we saw with Silicon Valley Bank going defunct, breaking, going bye-bye not too long ago. Ladies and gentlemen, that is setting up now, and we are seeing movements in the repo market, which I'm going to break down here shortly, which build on this thesis. Physical gold and silver don't have redemption gates. They don't need counterparty to honor them. Are we watching the beginning of a broader liquidity crunch in private markets? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Put private in chat if you think we are. And shout out to this. Who else is bumping silver and gold music? Tim is. So a lot of you might not know. All of my music that I play in the down on my channel and the intro, it's my music. So if you want to hear it, you want to party anytime, day or night, check out Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music. It's literally on TikTok. You can make little crab dances to it, start a trend. So just search International Stackers, the artist, and you can bump the music anytime, day or night. I did post a couple of fun little shorts here with the music. There's the beer train. Love that shot. PM Bug, I did retweet this earlier, and this is just about the stocks in the vault. So if you want to read more about this, if you click it and go through here, he has a plethora. That's the word of the day, plethora. He has a plethora of information there. And I said, prepare for a wild day. This was this morning, and boy, has it been wild. Going back here to the charts, guys, we are about to close here. 3-minute warning. 3-minute warning as silver is pushing higher here, $73.02 on a green candle. Remember, we are on track for a weekly green candle, something the bankers definitely do not want. Gold is going higher as well, 4,675 on a green candle, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep pushing here, and just to make sure we're okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a prophylactic baby gator call. And remember, I was streaming live in Boca Raton, Florida. You guys wanted to see a big gator. You told me to try to lure it with the baby gator call. I did it. Something crazy happened we're about to see, and some scientists on the channel say that 90% of the time, every time, a baby gator call could turn a red candle green or a green candle into a BGC.
Okay, I'm going to try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there.
That thing was massive. And ladies and gentlemen, look at this. It's actually working. We are seeing a BGC, a big green candle form in real time. We are at $73.04. Our next target here is $73.08. Let's check out silver futures. And this market is closing here shortly. $73.14, $73.14 is here. We are in contango. We are not in backwardation. That's fine. But ladies and gentlemen, we're on track. We are on track here for a weekly green candle, which is what they don't want. We've got literally 1 minute and 10 seconds in. I'm going in. I'm going in.
Dudley Smith, a falling hard with one arm on the top. Oh my God. Oh no, he's not. Major choke slam.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's working.
It's science.
Look at this. This chart literally looks like an open gator mouth. Someone in chat just said that. Look at that. $73 on a green candle with silver. 4,676.75 with gold. We are on track for a green candle on the weekly close, which is happening now. 30-second warning. No, 35 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. And we're entering the danger zone. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Star Trek's spot quote. It's not logical, but it is often true. No quotes about science. But that would still be fun. I like that. It's not logical, but it would often be true. I'm going to copy that. Thank you, Saga. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to count it down here together in just 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. The market is closed. And ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We absolutely did it here. Let's go back. Okay, let's zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. Now, this market's going to be closed until Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. I'd have to look, but I believe that's when it would normally... I got to check. Is it closed longer? I got to check. But look at this. If we zoom out to the one-day candle. Now, the one-day candle, they got us red. But look here. The baby gator definitely took a chomp out of it. But here's the one I wanted. If we look at the weekly candle, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We finished green. So I feel pretty good about that. The last two now, weekly candles are green, and the bankers are definitely not happy. So we're going to see what happens here when we open back up. So let me fix this. And again, we're not opening back up, I believe, till Sunday. I'll check the calendar here in a second. Now, gold again closed at 4,676. Let's zoom out here to the weekly candle. Yep, got a nice green, decently sized green candle there on the weekly candle. That is looking beautiful. Let's check the daily. Did we eke it out on the daily? No, we did not eke it out on the daily, but it's okay. I'm not worried about that. The weekly is what I wanted. Okay, let's do this. I think it's going to be Sunday at 6 p.m., but let's see. CME, holiday schedule. Let's triple check. Okay, let's go down here to metals. Okay, Friday closed, Saturday closed, yes. Sunday, let's go back down here to metals. Yeah. So, yeah, so 6 p.m. because that's 5 p.m. Central. So 6 p.m. Sunday night will be the next time this market is open, and you know I'll be live for that. So make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications, and please smash the like button, guys. We're on our way to 400. Let's make this a 400 like stream. Now let's go back here. Gold to silver ratio stopped at 64.01 to 1 on the gold to silver ratio. And the Shanghai Futures Exchange is at $81.41. It closed earlier today. It's going to be opening at 9 p.m. to 9. That's 4 hours from now. What will happen, you guys? What do you guys think is going to happen? It's going to be open on its own. Wait. Yeah. Tomorrow's Friday. I thought, yeah, we're good. It's going to be open tonight on its own. Are you team green or are you team red? Let me know right now. And if you've got questions, put them in chat. We can do a little questions and answers section here. So put your questions in chat. I'll answer them to the best of my ability here. Really quick, I did want to show you. First off, this from Silver Degen was a good one. He said exactly 1 year ago today, silver was trading at $33 and proceeded to drop 17% over the next 3 days, only to open Sunday at a lower 28. Sentiment was 100 times worse there. So it was 1 year ago. We're in the 30s. So when in doubt, zoom out. Okay, I wanted to cover this. How can I reserve a copper cork? America First, email me. You are a channel member. Email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com and I can help you out there. Okay, breaking. This was this morning I broke this. A major bank just tapped into the repo market for $750 million, and the timing is suspicious. Look at this repo chart below. Early March, a bank quietly borrowed $8.5 billion through the repo facility, then almost nothing for weeks. On April 1st, another $750 million suddenly pulled from the repo market window. That was yesterday, right? Last night. Banks only tap into the repo market when they need emergency liquidity, usually because they're short on cash or collateral. This isn't just a small change. $750 million in 1 day is a clear sign of stress behind the scenes. So I'm actually going to take you guys to the live repo market. I'll put this link in chat so you can check it anytime you want. And if I ever miss it, just let me know. But right here. So the last time they pulled out of here was significant. It was $9 billion here on the 2nd of March. Nearly a month later, they pulled $750 million out. So let me put that link in chat for you guys. Okay, there we go. Go back here, and I'm going to answer some more questions in chat. The Comex just declared a force manure, says Mongo. Wow, a force manure. I never heard of that one. It might be a cattle thing. Ralph here says, pull coin microscope interest. Guys, Ralph Ramsey is thinking about buying a coin microscope. If you want to know what they are, if you go to my channel shorts, I actually put out a short the other day. Oh, I forgot to upload shorts today. Sorry, guys. Gosh, I forgot. But here, this shows my setup. And my setup here, this is my setup for live streaming. This is how I bring everything to you guys. So I thought you might be interested in seeing that. But here's coin microscopes. And he's thinking about buying one. Who else is interested in a coin microscope? I might be able to get you guys a coupon code if you're interested. So put coupon and code in chat if you want one. Big Green Stacker says, I am just wanting to make sure that this is you I am talking to via email with the Venmo and the corks. Yes, Big Green Stacker, that is me. That is me. You're not being scammed. That is me. That is me. As a matter of fact, you were getting a match and set, right? Like set 9 or something. I can't quite recall. Okay. The Real Geared Up Survival. The Humble Stacker is a great smaller stacker channel if you ever want to raid them today. Great crew over there, too. Ooh, who are they? Well, let's check out the Humble Stacker, guys. We're not doing a crab raid yet, but let's check them out. The Humble Stacker. He's not live. Oh, he is live. So maybe we'll keep this minimized. Guys, this would be someone perfect to crab raid. And he's at 855 subscribers. We could literally get him monetized. I love it when we get small creators monetized. That is a lot of fun. Who wants to do that? I just covered a bunch of breaking news. So if you missed it, at the end of the stream when we're done, make sure you watch it back if you want the breaking news. What is the repo market and where does that money come from? Do the banks have to pay it back? Yes, so that's a great question. So this repo market chart is the Federal Reserve Bank out of New York. And what the repo market is an emergency market that was created after the 2008. You'll oftentimes see the acronym GFC. That stands for Great Financial Crisis. And this is a market where banks can come anytime, day or night, and get emergency liquidity. And look at all the times they did this. And there was nothing for a long time. And now we're spiking up again. So what this means, like on this day, they took out emergency liquidity. This is for banks, big banks. And on this day, they took out $18.5 billion in treasuries. Now, what they did is they emergency sold the treasuries to the Federal Reserve. So banks do this. And I put air quote because it's supposed to be temporary. So temporarily, some banks here, we don't know who, sold $18.5 billion in U.S. treasuries to the Federal Reserve and $12 billion in mortgage-backed securities. And it's supposed to be temporary. They take that liquidity to do whatever they want with it. So what happened yesterday or last night is $750 million in treasuries. This day here, it was $9 billion, $3 billion were treasuries, $6 billion were mortgage-backed securities. So banks temporarily sell to the Federal Reserve. It's supposed to be temporary, and they're supposed to buy it back. So that's how that works. Okay, I answered that. Okay, we're good there. Missed the cork, still at work. Sparks. There's still one set left. It's sold out. Except for this set here. Matching set number 10 is still up for grabs. So if you're a channel member, guys, sorry I'm giving channel members the first crack at this. Just a way I like to say thank you for the support. Whatever corks are left, there's going to be one more drop here in the next week or two. Another 10 sets. Whatever's left during that drop, I will open it at a certain point to all subscribers on the channel so you don't miss out. Okay. But Sparks, email me at internationalstacker@gmail.com if you're interested in that. John is saying gap up, down, and why must it be filled? Okay, easy peasy. So let's go to this Shanghai chart because Shanghai always gaps, guys. Most charts don't do this. Shanghai does. It's just a mechanism. So basically gapping down means this. You see how you have connected red and green candles, always connected, always connected. You see how nothing's connected here? You could like drive a train through that. That is called a gap. And when that gap goes down, like so, that is a gap down. When that gap, there's probably a gap up over here. When that gap goes up, like here, see that? That's a gap up. 95% of the time, the rule with technical analysis is all gaps must be filled. And how do gaps get filled? Just like this. So you see it gapped down. But you see over here, there's connected candles going through it. That essentially has filled that gap. And again, all gaps must always be filled, but really it actually happens about 95% of the time. So you do have about 5% of the time, that that doesn't happen. And Kitco says that the market opens in 52 minutes. Gary Croft, Kitco is wrong. Yeah, because look. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. Let's see. Comex holiday schedule. Let me make sure. That should be wrong. That's probably just automatic. They have not adjusted for the holiday. Because look at this. This is today, Thursday. Yeah, look, metals. Closed at 1400. That's Central, so that's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if it was opening, it would say this. It would say this if it was opening this evening, and it's not. And it's just nothing listed for tomorrow, so it's completely closed. So that means it closes as of there. So Kitco should be wrong. The market should not open. If it does, their schedule on their website is incorrect. Channel members get the first crab at it. That is good. I like that, Poet. That was funny. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go here. I want to get this. I want to get this. I want to go here. Guys, I did cover a bunch of breaking news. So when the stream is deceased, dead, over, make sure you go there to check out if you want to hear any of the late breaking news. And I really want to... okay. Yes, he's got it enabled. Save. Okay, here's the thing, guys. We do something special on this channel all the time, and it's called a crab raid. And what we do is we go find a very small creator. We flood their chat with crabs. It's not meant to be malicious. It's meant to be a blessing to help them grow. And I never ask you guys to subscribe, except, look, he's so close to getting monetized, and the more YouTubers talking about gold and silver, the better. So we are going to go here and crab raid. What you'll do is you'll just fill the chat with crabs. At the very least, please smash like button. But we could get him over 1,000 subscribers and get him monetized. That would be such an amazing thing. So let's do that. The next time I'm going to be live is tomorrow. The market's not opening at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything is closed. Shut. Elfine. So I will do maybe 1 or 2 streams tomorrow, but maybe not right at the butt crack of dawn. I might try to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. Just like 30 or 40 minutes or so. And then I'm going to do a war room tomorrow. So all channel members, we're going to have a pretty fun war room tomorrow. What happens in the war room stays in the war room. Clothing is not optional. Just one of the many perks of me saying thank you for being a channel member. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And I will do a news update live stream tomorrow as well. So I will do a similar update with the news. We just won't have charts to cover. How does that sound? So yeah, if I missed any chats and you're trying to get ahead of hold of me, just email me, internationalstacker@gmail.com. And Ralph Ramsey says, enjoy Easter, Mrs. IS and Rat Stacker. I will, we will. We're gonna do some egg hunts. No pants required. No, clothing is not optional. What happens in the war room stays in the war room. So guys, please subscribe, smash the like button. I'm not sure, sir, for coins. I think I might do one in the day and then do one in the evening. So more to come on that. I'll try to get it scheduled here. I'll try to get it figured out. Let's go do the crab raid, guys. Who's ready to crab raid? Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow sometime. I'll see you right now in the crab raid, and I'll say CYOTNO. Catch you on the next one. Thank you so much.